Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where I am back here in the last homely house in Elrond's refurbished library, and it is time for us to report on what we found with Legolas.
A strange fate brings you hither.
I'm glad to hear your news, Pinelore. Don't grieve overmuch for the loss of the Nazgul. His fell designs in the wood trolls has ended by your brave actions and the skills of Legolas. Yes, your encounter with the Nazgul has revealed to me what I must do. I'll speak with Gandalf, for the errand of which you heard whispers has become all the more urgent because of the news that you bring. For you, though, I would ask that you keep your attention focused on the Nazgul. Alright, and what do we need to do with the Nazgul?
Will you lend me your aid once more?
I fear that while the Nazgul you drove off has fled the Trollshalls, he still schemes to assault Rivendell. To the north and east of Rivendell there are goblins and worse that he might bend to his will and use against us. I would ask that you continue in your pursuit of the Nazgul and travel into the Misty Mountains. There you will seek the aid of Glowing, who has established a camp at the end of the pass out of Rivendell that leads into the Misty Mountains. Go now, for not only the safety of Rivendell is at stake, for all of Middle-earth depends on your actions. Oh, wonderful. Well then, I suppose we need to go and speak to Glowing. I suppose I should take another quest or two before heading out.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
There is much to do in the Misty Mountains to the north. The giants have begun to wander, and there are goblins throughout the fields. I fear our northern border is no longer safe. An old friend of the elves, Glowing, has a camp up to the north of here, to the southwestern area of the Misty Mountains. Find Glowing in the Misty Mountains and see what you can do to aid him. Right. Well then. What a coincidence! Elrond also asked me to speak to Glowing. How about that? Ah, the Misty Mountains. Thank goodness I've got a warmer cloak now than when I had gone into the Redhorn Pass before. Snow lurkers. Relics. And we've got scavengers all over the place. And defeat snow beasts. A snowy lynx. Well, how about if I just leave the snowy lynx alone for the moment? Right. I mean, considering that I'm questing with the lynx, it doesn't mean I have to go around killing every other lynx in the area. But snow beasts, well, looks like there's a deed for them. And as well as I need to kill 11 more of them. So I might as well take care of these on my way to Glowing's camp. But I think I'm going in the wrong direction at the moment. There you go. Well, I'm sure I'm going to be running into plenty of those as I do my questing. Now, let's go and speak to Glowing, who I presume is with all of these other dwarves. New deed bestowed. Slayer this, slay this, the ruins of the Misty Mountains. All sorts of things. I suppose that means I need to update my milestone. Oh yeah, there is a mission horse here.
Well met.
As well as a regular stable master. Where's the regular stable master? Oh no, actually that was the regular stable master. This is the... Well, okay, that's the mission stable master. That's the regular stable master. Let's update that. Hello there.
No dawdling.
A Nazgul. One of the 9 Ringwraiths they spoke of in the Council of Elrond. I haven't forgotten the honey words that conveyed through one of those writers to us back in the Lonely Mountain. Such poison! They wished us to betray old Bilbo Baggins to Mordor. I'll help you as best as I can, although Dyne did task me with another matter. I can share some information, though. Alright, I suppose that'll work.
Welcome! You have come at a most fortuitous time.
So you say that Elrond mentioned goblins in his directions when he came here? It doesn't surprise me. I ran into some troublesome goblins up here when I crossed into the Lonely Mountains in Thurl's great quest. That time we were sorely beset by goblins. Now, it does seem the foul things are even more stirred up lately, and perhaps your writer is the cause. One of the scouts here reported them moving far from their holes, far to the east, and heard them chanting, Gorazmot! Their leader, no doubt. Aye, that's what needs to be done. Slay this Garzmot, and the goblins will be in such a disarray that they won't present a problem to anyone. And maybe you'll find the trail of this rider that you seek. Seek out the goblin fires to the north and east along the Pinath of Fenwy, and you'll likely find Gosmut holed up near one of the camps. I wish I could help you more, but, as I said, there's a more pressing task that Dyne and I must give my attention to. More pressing than this. I'm not sure I'd really want to know what could be more pressing, but okay. Oh, also, the Vector Quest.
No dawdling!
There's much to do here, friend. I'm glad that you're here to aid our cause. Okay. Whee! How nice. Now, of course, we got another new deed opened up there. Now, the question is, what's the best course to take? Go after the goblins, or should we go to the high pass first and start the quest for the area? The book 5 is level 42, and I think that's eventually going to send us into that area anyway, so let's head over to the high pass. Of course, if I run into a snow lurker along the way, I should deal with it. Oh. I collected a relic fragment, and it looks like I also have a new pet available, though probably not the best one for the way I'm questing right now. It's the Limraffin that could help the heal. I found a couple of more fragments, and I have only one more to find. Let's see if we could get one here. And right, now I just have to return this to the person who sent me to the Misty Mountains in the first place. No, I don't mean Elrond. I'm talking about the elf who gave the non-epic quest to come here. There you go. Why am I doing this from inside of a bush? No idea. Bears of the North. Collect northern bear hides. Well, I need northern bear hides as opposed to southern or eastern or western bear hides. I have no idea, but that's what it says. Northern bear hides. Now, I guess maybe they're hides of northern bears as opposed to bear hides that came from the north. Oh, new deed. Bear Slayer. Oh well. Some of these all over the place. Actually, I probably should. Oh, that's right. I don't have a quest to go to the high pass yet. The quest order logic here is still a little bit strange. I think still needs a little bit of molding so that we could get to start to flow better. Because I feel like you get to Glowing's Camp, then you're asked to fend for yourself. So I just don't think that the landscape versus the quest giver quest, I don't think they quite fit together yet, but maybe they'll take care of that at some point. Now, which is the right way to go? This way. And we've got more bears. That's what I do. I should follow the bears. The bears will tell me where to go. Well, they're not going to be saying much if I keep on blasting them with lightning. But I will find them. Oh, maybe the fact that there is a path here might be a hint that this is the right way. I don't know. It's always a possibility. I mean, they usually build paths for a reason. That's the impression I'm given. I'm wondering if I'm going to finish this quest before I reach the camp. Actually, I think that's a tent up ahead. Well, looks like that's going to be unlikely now. And there's a warm fire here.
Come and stay a moment.
Would you say you're skilled with hammer and nail, friend? It doesn't really matter, but it would help if you were. Some of my kin have been looking to get the trade passing through the mountains again, and I'm doing my part to help. The trouble is that the mountains are dangerous even in the summer, and during the winter only a fool would expect to come through without incident. And there are threats in the mountains beyond the cold and snows. Goblins, and worse. There's an old keep far to the north, and evil men have overtaken it for their own purposes. It's a ways north on the road, but I don't want any dwarves to get turned about in the storm and happen upon it unawares. I'd appreciate if you would post this warning sign I've made in front of the slope leading to the keep. There's already a suitable post for it at the base of the slope. Just affix the sign to it and hurry back. Oh, and head north along the road and then turn northwest and travel into the northern source. It's quite a ways, but so be prepared for a good hike. Wonderful. Simply wonderful. In other words, go back the way I just came and then head north from there. On the way, we could deal with a bear or two so that we could collect all of the necessary hides. Just a few more of them and we'll be done there. And I also want to take a little detour to the west of this area so that I could pick up one other quest. That way everything will mesh together much, much better, I think, if I pick up the chest over here first. Ah, thank you for giving me the quest. There are ruins in the distance to the northwest that may contain treasure of great value. Okay. In fact, I am going to set that as the quest guide focus so that I will head off into the right direction. And maybe I will kill a snow beast or two. I'll probably kill many more of them if I remember this quest properly. Well, actually, that takes care of my quota of snow beasts. Not that it takes care of all the snow beasts in the area by a long shot, because there are a couple of them that are still in the way. Thank you. Maybe I won't go and fight all of them, but that's what I had to do. It's the snow beasts. I did not see that finish up, so I need to speak with that elf at... Did I even speak to that elf at Glowing's camp yet? Well, if not, I will be doing so soon. But first, I need to collect a chest. It's impossible to do this 100% efficiently, but I think picking up the chest at this point is the right way to do it. even if I think I have to come back here a little bit later in order to get a keystone. But now that I have the chest, I could now take that to Sharpshard, but before I do that, I need to head over and post a little sign. I think I found one of the evil men that I'm supposed to warn people away from. So let's get going. Deal with him. And I suspect we'll run into several more of them. And maybe, just maybe, one of them will have a page relating to certain books I'm seeking, right? Oh, hi there. Hey, do you have any pages? Nope. Here we are coming up to Helengrad, and the signpost should be up around here. Ah, there it is, right beyond that snow beast. So we'll just deal with the snow beast, and we can post our sign and give a warning to everyone. And who knows, maybe there's some scholarly materials up there? I might not be eligible yet in order to look for them. That's sort of the downside on that. I wonder what tier of crafting they use here. Guess we get an idea on that by looking at... Well, there's some forgotten text up there. Well, that does mean that there are some scholarly materials up here. Oh, but I'm going to have to deal with a few of these guys first. Let's see, how about you go after that one. I'll mess that one. Okay, you can wake the other one up. Give him a nice little surprise. There we go. Now, where's this forgotten text? Ah! Okay. Good. Oops. Oops. Well, there's a downside to this, apparently. Speaking of down, yeah! Lloyd, I was wondering if you could use any bear pelts.
No dawdling.
Word travels quickly. These are fine hides indeed. You've proven a worthy hunter of beast pine lore. I hope this gift will please the elves. There we go. And now for the local elf. Okay, let's see, here we go. I am in this super warm furry cloak. Glowing is in this light cloak. He's not in any cloak at all. And she's standing here saying, "Cloak? Who needs a cloak?"
How can I be of service?
You survived the claws of the snow beast and returned with a tale to tell? I'm glad to hear it and tell you that you have performed a great service for those forced to travel through the mountains. Right, you're welcome.
Stay a moment.
Now defeat bears. Ah! Hi there. I heard that you're trying to keep account of treasure. I found this chest while I was out exploring.
Greetings, traveler.
This is the box Heike Gold Watcher of Thorns Hall has ordered me to retrieve. It appears to be damaged and not by the passage of time, I think. These marks might have been caused by goblin weapons. I did see some dead goblins there. Okay. Perhaps a party of goblins sought to carry the strongbox away and quarreled amongst themselves. Why then did the victors not take the strongbox, I wonder? Ah, no matter. At least it still remains. I'll just open it and compare the contents with the record that Heike gave me before I set out. Alright.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
Oh, those despicable goblins must have stolen some of the dwarf gold ingots from the strongbox. According to the records given to me by Heike Gold Watcher, the strongbox is missing 12 ingots. This is unforgivable. To think that the gold of his ancestors had been pilfered by goblins is more than any dwarf can bear. The goblins have camps in the mountains somewhere to the north and east. Find the creatures and slay them wherever you recover the missing ingots. Look especially for the ridges of Penethfenway, east of the source of the Bruining, for I have heard that many goblin fires have been spotted there. Oh, and that is exactly where I've been asked to go in my other quest. What a coincidence, isn't it? Don't you think that's quite a coincidence? Oh, I posted the evil men sign.
Greetings.
Good, you returned, and I trust you put up the sign. Good.
Come and stay a moment.
It's also my job to keep those passes safe for travelers, but especially for the trade my kin wants to reestablish to the mountains. And there are threats everywhere. While you were away, I prepared another sign. This one warns travelers away from the good-for-nothing, oath-breaking, false-speaking, thin-beard dour hands that have taken over the keep to the pass in Gabilizon. That wouldn't fit on the sign, so I shortened it to Beware of Evil Dwarves. If you don't mind helping me again, I'd like you to post this sign outside the northern entrance to the keep. Head southwest of there. A slope rises up to the Gabilizon and the Dour Hand Keep. There you should find a suitable place to affix the sign. Yes, I will do so. But that will be a little bit later, because first I must head out and deal with some goblins who stole some ingots and whose leader might know something about the whereabouts of a certain Nazgul. And that's what we're going to do in the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.